Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Makinamoto Features. We have yet again another bike from Bristol. Meron po silang bagong motor and this is in collaboration with another brand called Cove. Ito po yung sport bike nilang Invictus 400. I think Bristol na ating isa sa mga brands natin sa Pinas na ang dami nilang nilabas na motor. I mean, mayat maya di ba? I've talked about how they started numerous times. A lot of their bikes came out in Makina already. Of course, we saw them start out with classic bikes. Tapos nagkaroon sila ng mga modern standard bikes. Tapos nagkaroon sila ng adventure bike. Ngayon, meron silang full-on sport bike within the mid-sized segment. This time, ito ay isang collab with Cove. Now, I'm not gonna be talking about Cove as much. I'm gonna be focusing on the Bristol side of things. But just to explain, I called them up. I go, how did this whole Bristol and Cove collaboration come about? So basically, ang nangyari doon, they designed it and talked about it together na isang sport bike na mas applicable sa sitwasyon natin sa Pilipinas. In other words, gusto nila ng sport bike na pwede mag-highway. Yung ibang Cove na Invictus na lumabas, hindi siya highway ready. So basically, they modified the engine, they designed the engine specifically for the Philippine market. Si Bristol po yung nag-request na magkaroon sila ng sport bike na pwede mag-highway dito. So meron tayong isang twin-cylinder 371cc na makina, and like other brands like KTM, na-round off nila po yan to 400cc sa registration, and like what I said, pasok po ito sa highway. 6-speed transmission, timbang ay nasa 151 kgs or around 333 pounds. Yung 38.8 horsepower nito, okay din if you're talking about power to weight ratio. ABS tayo harap likod, gulong ay 17s. This is liquid cooled, LED all the way, inverted forks po tayo sa harap, and monoshock sa rear.
I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence, but I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled.
Laki ng boses nun ah. Taho! Litayin taho. Laki ng boses nyo. Ganyan ba kayo magsalita?
Hindi po, sir. Yun ang mga tao lang ang medyo magandang.
Sige, tira tayong taho. Pampasigla ng ating umaga. At tayo ay nagre-review ng motor. Okay, so where was I? We are talking about the Invictus 400 by Bristol with their collaboration by Cove. Now, first thing I want to show you guys is the display. Okay? Let's turn this thing on. There you go. Is it flickering? Yes, it's flickering. Ignore that. Yan ang aking shutter speed. This is not flickering in real life, okay? So, pretty much straight up, you got your temperature. Rev ay nandito. Ang ating revolutions per minute. Speedometer. I press this button. Trip, odometer, trip, odometer. So, one trip, one odometer. ABS is engaged. You got your clock, temperature. So pretty much straight up, malino naman siya, tanghaling tapat nakikita ko ano nangyayari there. So not bad for the gauge. So in terms of quality, I mean in the last for 5 years, masasabi ko na yung improvement natin sa mga plastics from manufacturers have greatly improved in this price point. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, makikita mo talaga ang cheap eh. Pag meron ka certain price point ng bike, makikita mo sa plastics parang tinipid talaga siya. But now, through manufacturing processes and better ways on how to save money and to be more efficient, hindi na nako-compromise yung mga bits and pieces sa very affordable na price range. In terms of design, well, what can I say? It looks really, really, really nice. Very slick and very dark. Now, what does this remind me of? Kung pwede mo ba ipagsama ang Kawasaki at Yamaha, parang ito ata yung kalalabasan eh. Right? I mean, I see some lines here that are very Kawasaki-esque, at the same time also very Yamaha-esque. And if you put them together, something new comes out and this is what we have. So, point of appreciation here. Great welds. Again, manufacturing process natin has been improving through the years. Okay ang welds natin. Little pieces here are also okay. This is pretty prime quality. That's pretty good. Hindi nila tinipid tong part na to. This whole part here is also good metal, good finish, good quality. How it's laid out, I feel it is also very neat and pretty okay. The smaller parts na ginamit nila within the engine, I would say would be more on the regular side. Mga ganyang klaseng spring yan, yung mga more common bikes. And of course, as you get more expensive, and of course, pag medyo tumataas na tayo doon sa bracket na mas mamahali motor, you'll see like yung mga gatong mga pyesa, mas mamahali na rin. Like this one is also pretty good quality. I must say, I can commend that. So, okay siya. There's many good things to like about this bike in terms of quality. Paint is okay. Ay, okay naman ang? Akin na isa. Salamat, boss. At Merville lang po kayo nag-iikot.
Opo, sir.
O, shoutout kay Manong Taho, Merville Residence.
Opo.
Tangkilikin po natin siya. Mare-recognize mo siya pag narinig mo to.
Tao!
Iyon.
Thanks, sir.
Salamat. Dami. Tamis. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Di ka ba gaganahan mag-review ng motor pag meron tayong taho? There he goes. Paint job, again, I've said this many times before, wala na ako masabi. Sobrang olats mo na talaga manufacture kung hindi mo magets ang pintura in this day and age with technology. There's something I would probably improve on. I would say the seat. Okay naman siya, but if you're gonna nitpick and make something better of the seat, maraming mas better quality na upholstery for this one. But this is okay. I mean, palitan nyo na lang pag medyo pudpud na or punit-punit na. But that can also be improved. In terms of comfort of the seat, although, yes, maybe wanting pa ako sa upholstery, pero yung foam naman nito, okay naman siya. For a sport bike, you're getting a lot of foam action for your puwet. For a sport bike, it is as comfortable as comfortable can get. Generous naman siya sa foam. You can see how that plays. For the pillion, it's not going to be as comfortable. It's not going down deep. In fact, you're going to have a lot of action, of course, in the middle, especially kung ikaw ay lalaki at ikaw ay may balls. Very snug yung balls dito. For a girl, of course, doesn't matter. Although, more comfort here. But once you go to the side, here, sa side ng iyong buttocks, halos wala ng foam. Tigas na talaga siya. I wish that there would be more foam at the side because a lot of the pressure sa inyong puwet would also come here at this edge. Let me touch on the engine here a bit. Yung ating engine is double overhead cam. So, twin cylinder po siya. Ang maganda dito, matindi dito, 8 valves po tayo dito. In terms of performance, of course, 8 valves over 4 valves, there will be advantage with that. So, kudos to Bristol and Co. for making this 8 valves as well. Here on the other side, so nice touch here on, napaka-helpful talaga sa akin na may mga ganitong information sa motor, telling you kung ano dapat yung specs pag kailangan nyo na i-adjust yung chain. For me, this is really important and I wish na naging staple to sa lahat na hindi mo kailangan hugutin yung manual. Yung nakakabit na talaga sa bike yung information, di ba? Then back to the engine, this is 371cc, so you might be saying, Zach, paano yung makakapasok sa highway, di ba 400cc? Well, it is registered at 400cc. How they are able to do that, I have no idea. But the point is, it is highway legal. And yan, sa akin nga, dapat palitan nila yung rule. 250cc, dapat pwede na mag-highway, di ba? ABS brakes front, ABS brakes at the rear, so that's a good thing. Fire it up. Make sure we are in neutral. Wow. Nice sound there. Very nice. And you can already see when we're talking about how manufacturers have improved in their research and development sa paggagawa ng makina. I mean, did you hear that? We're hitting the rev limiter quite quick with this bike, with no load, of course. Konting piga, gumagano siya, and For me, hindi yan nangyayari a few years ago. I mean, engine manufacturing is getting better and better. You could find that type of performance from engines sa mga mas mamahali na mga makina nung araw. Ngayon, in an even more affordable price range, you can achieve it. I have to commend yung bakal din natin sa ating levers. Okay din siya. Okay din siya. The grips can be better. They're alright. Salamin naman, I would say I won't change this anymore. One, hassle kung papalitan mo because it's already integrated with our front fairing, right? Naka-hook up na siya dyan. It's not easy to just find a replacement for this. That said, hindi naman siya masama. It's okay. It's a bit beefy. It's not thin. Tama lang yan for the displacement, I feel. Now, one of the plus points, of course, for the Invictus is meron tayong USB port. Check that out. Meron siyang rubber cover na, di ba, hindi siya mababasa. But sa akin lang, be on the safe side, if the port could be more of here, perhaps, on this side, so it's not facing upward na kinokontra niya yung ulan, I think that would be better. I know this is probably waterproof kasi rubberized naman siya, but just to be on the safe side, di ba? If this was to be relocated here, I think it would be better. But definitely, the mere fact na meron tayong USB port para sa akin, super plus points na yan. That's very, very practical nowadays. So let's take a look at the lights. Not bad. Nice too. Yan ang ating bright, pass, low beam, high beam, low beam, high beam, low beam, high beam. Ang ating signal light is there. That is LED. Look at it. Ang maganda rin sa signal light na to, check it out. Paglipat mo sa normal or pag nakaliko ka na, magiging all white siya. Pag magsi-signal ka, magiging dilaw. Great, huh? And if you look at that at the rear, of course, the LED, there you have it. And for our brakes, there's our brakes. Kusina. Me, 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 me. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1 for brake. 2, 1, go. 1, go. 1, go.
I'm wide open, but don't I please you anymore? Slipping away from me, you're drifting away from me. I'm wide open.
I think it is impressive na ang Bristol ay maraming nilabas na iba't ibang klaseng motor in such a short time. We're talking about just 5 years here. Now, they have a collab with Cove, which is an interesting thing that they did. The Invictus 400 is priced at 298,000 pesos. And as always, dahil eto na naman si Bristol, because they are Bristol, meron naman silang promo. If you buy now, the price goes down to 278,000 pesos, which is a pretty good deal. As I said kanina, yung price to performance ratio nito, kung ano yung naaalok niya for the price is okay na okay. I mean, off the shelf, kung ano man yung inaalok ng mga established brands, kaya din tapatan ng Invictus 400. Kaka-highway siya, engine is very responsive. It's actually a very, very fun bike. However, walang perpektong motor, and one of the challenges that Bristol is currently facing right now is going through the motions of having to go through the test of time. Remember, yung mga established brands, they have decades upon decades under their belt. And also through consistency, meron kang reputation na narating. Now, the whole thing with Bristol, if you are new and it goes with the territory, your resale value ay hindi kasing kapareho ng isang brand na mas established. Ganun talaga yon. If you're new, you gotta go through that. So, again, I hope Bristol will stay the course. I hope they keep at it. They just need to keep on doing what they're doing. So far, they're coming up with good bikes, and they just need to stay the course. That said, Bristol, of course, will be joining us in the biggest motorcycle event in the country, the Makina Motor Show, happening April 14, 15, and 16 dyan po sa SMX Convention Center in Manila, in Pasay. 3 days, 4 halls, 1 motorcycle industry. Kita-kita po tayo dyan. Masaya po yan. This is Zach from Makina Moto Features. Ciao!
It's gonna hurt me, turn back.